In a dramatic turn of events, Elon Musk has announced a significant withdrawal from his overtly political engagements, particularly his involvement with the Trump administration. This decision comes amidst a backdrop of escalating political maneuvering where Musk's influence is being utilized as a double-edged sword by both Democratic and Republican campaigns. As the 2026 midterm elections approach, Musk's financial contributions and the political implications of his corporate affiliations are increasingly becoming focal points in campaign strategies. Musk's retreat from political life was articulated in a recent interview where he emphasized his intent to spend a lot less on politics moving forward. However, this statement has not diminished his visibility in the political arena. In fact, it seems to have amplified the scrutiny he faces. Democratic candidates are now invoking his name in campaign attacks not only against their Republican opponents but also within their own party. The gubernatorial primary in New Jersey serves as a prime example where recent attack ads have highlighted the financial ties between Musk's company SpaceX and certain Democratic campaigns, including those of Representative Mikey Sherrill. Campaign finance records reveal that SpaceX's Corporate Political Action Committee has contributed to nearly 180 Democratic congressional campaigns since 2008, alongside donations to approximately 240 Republican campaigns. This duality places Democratic candidates in a precarious position as they attempt to navigate the political liabilities that Musk's contributions could incur. Sherrill's decision to donate the $24,000 received from SpaceX to a community food bank underscores a growing trend among Democrats to distance themselves from Musk's controversial political persona. Similar actions have been taken by other candidates such as Representatives Angie Craig and Raja Krishnamurti, who have opted to donate their SpaceX contributions to charitable causes. As political analysts observe these developments, there is a consensus that Musk is becoming a significant figure in electoral strategy, often viewed as a political boogeyman by the left. This characterization stems from his prominent role as a GOP donor and his associations with various governmental initiatives, particularly those linked to the Trump administration. The implications of this are profound, suggesting that Musk's financial backing could overshadow the messages of candidates attempting to appeal to progressive voters. Meanwhile, Musk's influence extends beyond campaign financing. His recent involvement in high-profile diplomatic encounters, particularly with President Donald Trump, has further complicated his political narrative. In a controversial Oval Office meeting, Trump utilized Musk's presence as a prop during a discussion with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa, highlighting alleged human rights violations in South Africa. This public display not only underscores Musk's entanglement in geopolitical issues but also illustrates how his standing can be leveraged in political theatrics. As the landscape continues to evolve, Musk remains a pivotal figure whose actions and affiliations will undoubtedly shape the political discourse leading into the upcoming elections. His decision to scale back on direct political contributions may serve to mitigate some immediate backlash, but it appears that the campaign attacks invoking his name are only just beginning. The upcoming midterms promise to be a battleground where Musk's influence will be scrutinized, revealing the intricate interplay between technology, politics, and public perception. As this narrative unfolds, observers will be keenly watching how Musk navigates the complexities of his role in both business and politics and what that means for the future of American electoral dynamics. In recent months, the Department of Government Efficiency DOGE, led by Elon Musk, has become a lightning rod for controversy and scrutiny, culminating in a series of significant legal and administrative challenges. As the Trump administration seeks to protect the department's operations from public scrutiny, the implications of these developments are reverberating across the political and technological landscapes. On May 21, 2025, the Trump administration petitioned the U.S. Supreme Court to block a lower court's order mandating the production of documents related to DOGE in response to a Freedom of Information Act FOIA challenge. This legal battle has been instigated by the nonprofit watchdog Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington (CREW), which argues that DOGE functions as an agency subject to FOIA regulations. The administration's application for emergency relief describes the district court's discovery order as sweeping and intrusive, claiming it undermines the constitutional interests of a presidential advisory body. Solicitor General D. John Sauer articulated the administration's position, stating that order turns FOIA on its head, effectively giving respondent a win on the merits of its FOIA suit under the guise of figuring out whether FOIA even applies. The ongoing litigation highlights the tensions between transparency and the operational secrecy often preferred by government entities, especially those closely tied to the executive office. The Supreme Court's decision to grant or deny the Trump administration's request could set a significant precedent regarding the applicability of FOIA to entities created by the executive branch. The case has garnered attention not only for its legal implications but also for its connection to Musk's controversial tenure at DOGE, which has been marked by ambitious goals to streamline government operations and eliminate waste. Musk's vision for DOGE was characterized by a disruptor mentality aiming to overhaul federal bureaucracy by cutting what he viewed as excessive spending and inefficiencies. However, this approach has met with considerable pushback from established political figures and bureaucratic structures. A notable incident occurred in March when Musk's attempt to unilaterally appoint a new IRS commissioner without going through Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent led to a dramatic confrontation, underscoring the friction between Musk and traditional power centers within the administration. As Musk's tenure progressed, his claims of achieving trillions in savings were revised down to approximately $170 billion, and many of his proposed reforms faced resistance from cabinet members who feared they would gut essential services. The situation deteriorated to the point where civil servants began disregarding DOGE directives, reflecting a growing consensus that Musk's aggressive tactics were untenable in the long-term structure of federal governance. Despite the turmoil, the influence of DOGE persists as its staff members have transitioned into other governmental roles, asserting that the mission of efficiency and reform will continue. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt stated DOGE employees who on board at their respective agencies will continue to work with President Trump's cabinet to make our government more efficient. Nonetheless, Musk's personal involvement appears to be waning, with reports indicating he is ready to step back from direct involvement in government affairs. Simultaneously, the media narrative surrounding Musk has shifted dramatically from one of hopeful innovation to that of a cautionary tale about the perils of overreaching ambition in the political arena. The metaphor of Icarus who flew too close to the sun is frequently invoked as analysts assess Musk's rapid rise and equally swift fall from favor within the administration. As the administration grapples with the repercussions of Musk's initiatives, the broader implications for government efficiency and transparency remain a focal point of public interest. As the Supreme Court prepares to weigh in on the ongoing legal challenges surrounding DOGE, the future of Musk's ambitious experiment in government reform hangs in the balance. The outcome will not only determine the fate of DOGE but could also reshape the relationship between governmental transparency and executive authority in the years to come. In a significant turn of events in the electric vehicle EV market, Chinese automaker BYD has reportedly outsold Tesla in Europe for the first time. This achievement marks a pivotal moment for BYD, which has witnessed a remarkable sales surge of 169%, positioning itself as a formidable competitor to Tesla, which has long dominated the EV landscape. This development not only reflects changing consumer preferences but also highlights the intensifying competition within the global electric vehicle market. As Tesla grapples with its own challenges, including a 13% drop in global deliveries in the first quarter of 2025, BYD's ascendance underscores a shifting tide. Tesla's struggles have been exacerbated by production retooling for its refreshed Model Y, the world's best-selling EV. In a recent CNBC interview, Tesla's CEO Elon Musk attributed the company's sales decline to necessary factory changes, stating, "We had a global factory changeover for the Model Y. We can't make cars if the factories are retooling." Despite Musk's optimistic assertion of a major rebound in demand, the reality of the sales figures paints a different picture. While Tesla's sales in Europe plummeted by as much as 80% in some markets, BYD's aggressive pricing and diverse model offerings have resonated with consumers. Industry analysts suggest that BYD's focus on affordability and localized production strategies have played a crucial role in its rapid growth. The market is becoming increasingly competitive and consumers are looking for value. Noted one analyst who emphasized that BYD's ability to provide cost-effective alternatives is a significant factor in its success. Amid these developments, Tesla's stock has also faced turbulence, particularly following the passage of a controversial tax bill associated with former President Donald Trump. Observers noted a drop in Tesla's stock prices as investors remain wary of the implications of political affiliations on consumer sentiment and brand perception. Musk himself has downplayed the impact of political views on consumer purchasing decisions, remarking, "When you buy a product, how much do you care about the political views of the CEO?" However, the ongoing discourse suggests that consumer perceptions might be more intertwined with corporate leadership than Musk acknowledges. As we look forward, the second quarter of 2025 will be critical for Tesla, particularly with the introduction of a more budget-friendly Model Y and ongoing adjustments in production strategies. Analysts and investors alike are keenly awaiting sales figures to confirm whether Musk's claims about demand rebounding hold true. Meanwhile, BYD's momentum in Europe could signal a broader shift in the global EV market, where competition is heating up and consumer choices are expanding. With the landscape evolving rapidly, both companies have much at stake. The outcome of this rivalry could redefine market dynamics, influencing not only sales figures but also the future strategies of both Tesla and its competitors. As electric vehicles continue to gain traction worldwide, the implications of these developments will ripple through the automotive industry, shaping the next chapter in the transition to sustainable transportation. In a pivotal moment for space logistics, SpaceX's Cargo Dragon spacecraft is set to undock from the International Space Station ISS today, May 22, 2025 at 12:05 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This marks the conclusion of the CRS-32 mission, which has seen the Dragon capsule safely deliver approximately 6,700 pounds of supplies, equipment and scientific experiments to the ISS over the past month. As the capsule prepares for its return to Earth, it is poised to carry back valuable scientific research samples and hardware, further demonstrating the dual capabilities of the spacecraft in both resupply and retrieval missions. NASA will livestream the undocking event via its NASA Plus streaming platform, beginning coverage at 11:45 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Viewers can also access a continuous 4K livestream of Earth from high-definition cameras mounted on the ISS, providing a breathtaking backdrop for the event. Following its undocking, the Dragon will perform a series of deorbit burns to initiate its return trajectory, culminating in a planned splashdown in the Pacific Ocean on May 23. Although NASA will not provide a live stream of the splashdown, updates will be available via the agency's ISS blog. The Dragon spacecraft has become a vital asset in NASA's commercial resupply services program, showcasing its unique ability to both deliver and return cargo to Earth, an operation not shared by other cargo vehicles like Northrop Grumman's Cygnus or Russia's Progress, which are designed to disintegrate upon re-entry. This functionality enhances the ISS's operational capabilities and supports ongoing scientific research conducted by the astronauts on board. This mission exemplifies the efficiency of our partnership with SpaceX, said a NASA spokesperson. The successful resupply and return capabilities of the Dragon spacecraft allow us to extend our research and operational activities aboard the ISS. Since its launch on April 21 aboard a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket from Kennedy Space Center, the CRS-32 mission has facilitated important scientific endeavors for the current crew of 7 astronauts aboard the ISS. The Dragon capsule not only delivered supplies but also returned crucial experiment samples, including materials from NASA's Multipurpose International Space Station experiment MIS-20 and a variety of other research hardware. As SpaceX continues to refine its operations, the Dragon spacecraft remains the only operational cargo vehicle capable of two-way deliveries, reinforcing its essential role in the future of space exploration. Looking ahead, the next phases of the ISS program will likely continue to leverage this technology, paving the way for more ambitious missions, including potential crewed flights and deeper space exploration initiatives. With the undocking of the Dragon, attention now turns to the splashdown later this week. As the mission concludes, it not only highlights the ongoing collaboration between NASA and SpaceX but also serves as a reminder of the significant advancements in commercial spaceflight that have made such operations possible. As the landscape of space logistics evolves, the implications for future missions and the continued exploration of our universe are vast and promising. In the fast-evolving landscape of technology and social media, few figures have remained as polarizing and influential as Elon Musk. The billionaire entrepreneur and CEO of X, formerly Twitter, is now facing a slew of legal challenges that could significantly impact his company and the broader social media ecosystem. As Musk grapples with these issues, the ramifications extend beyond the courtroom, stirring concerns about the future relevance and direction of X in a competitive market. Recent reports indicate that Musk is entangled in a series of legal disputes that have raised eyebrows among analysts and investors alike. These challenges come at a time when X is attempting to redefine its identity and functionality in the wake of Musk's high-profile acquisition and subsequent changes to the platform. Legal experts suggest that the outcomes of these cases could influence not only Musk's personal reputation but also the operational strategies of the platform itself. One of the most talked about incidents involves Musk's brief enigmatic tweet about XRP in January 2025, stating $XRP is looking quite promising. The tweet was deleted within 20 seconds, yet it sent shockwaves through the cryptocurrency markets, leading to speculation about Musk's potential investment of $104 billion in XRP as a payment option for X. While insider reports fueled the frenzy, no official confirmation has emerged, leaving the market in a state of uncertainty. This incident highlights Musk's unique ability to sway public perception and market dynamics with minimal communication, a power that has both benefits and risks. The legal disputes facing Musk are compounded by his recent political maneuverings, which have sparked criticism and confusion. As reported by Bloomberg, his shifting positions on various social issues have left X searching for clarity in its corporate message. The platform's attempts to balance its role as a social media giant with the expectations and ethical considerations of its user base further complicate Musk's leadership. Analysts note that in an age where transparency and accountability are paramount, Musk's approach may alienate some users while attracting others who resonate with his unconventional style. Moreover, the potential integration of cryptocurrencies like XRP into X as a payment option could place the platform at the forefront of digital finance. However, this endeavor is not without its challenges. The ongoing legal scrutiny over Musk's actions could deter potential partners and investors, leading to concerns about X's viability as a serious competitor in both social media and financial technology sectors. In addition, as market sentiment fluctuates and regulatory frameworks around cryptocurrencies evolve, the pressure on Musk and X will only intensify. The tech community is closely watching how these legal proceedings unfold, as they could set important precedents for how social media platforms engage with financial technologies and regulatory compliance. Looking ahead, the future of X and its role within the broader tech landscape remains uncertain. Will Musk's legal battles hinder the platform's ambitions, or will they serve as a catalyst for innovation and change? As he navigates these challenges, the tech world remains poised, eager to see how one of its most controversial figures will respond to adversity and what that response will mean for the millions of users who rely on X for their social media interactions. In a striking revelation that juxtaposes government efficiency against the entrepreneurial bravado of Elon Musk, a newly released report by Senate Democrats highlights the significant potential for savings identified by inspectors general within federal agencies. This report, emerging from the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee, casts a critical light on Musk's ambitious claims regarding government efficiency, particularly amidst his controversial tenure in the Trump administration. Elon Musk, often hailed for his groundbreaking work in technology and space exploration, has recently attempted to apply his disruptive strategies to government operations through what he dubbed the Department of Government Efficiency (DOGE). His initial projection of saving $2 trillion has dramatically dwindled, with estimates now hovering around $170 billion, nearly 8.5% of his original promise. In stark contrast, the report reveals that the 19 inspectors general who were dismissed during the Trump administration had previously identified a staggering $175 billion in potential savings through audits and investigations before their ousting. Senator Gary Peters, the ranking member of the committee, articulated the gravity of the situation, stating if the Trump administration were serious about eliminating waste, it would rely on the proven track record of independent inspectors general. This sentiment underscores a growing concern that the removal of these watchdogs not only undermines accountability but also hinders effective waste reduction efforts within the federal government. The inspectors general, noted for their independence and nonpartisan oversight, have historically played a crucial role in identifying inefficiencies and misconduct within government agencies. In the fiscal year 2024 alone, their combined efforts yielded over $71 billion in identifiable financial impacts. These initiatives range from scrutinizing unnecessary expenditures to exposing fraudulent activities, showcasing a systematic approach to fiscal responsibility that contrasts sharply with Musk's more erratic measures. Critics of Musk's DOGE have pointed to a troubling pattern of exaggeration in his savings claims. Reports indicate that his methodologies often double-count savings from canceled contracts or overlook the costs associated with re-implementing certain programs. Furthermore, some of Musk's cuts have faced significant backlash, with various federal agencies opting to disregard his directives altogether, effectively stalling his efficiency initiatives. Musk's approach has also drawn scrutiny for its aggressive nature. His efforts to streamline government operations have been characterized by abrupt cuts that, while aiming for immediate savings, have sometimes resulted in detrimental long-term impacts. As Musk himself conceded, it's not easy to navigate the complexities of government efficiency, a sentiment that reflects the challenges inherent in balancing fiscal prudence with the operational realities of federal agencies. The implications of this report extend beyond mere numbers. They serve as a critical reminder of the importance of established oversight mechanisms in fostering effective governance. As the political landscape continues to evolve, the future of government efficiency initiatives remains uncertain, particularly as new administrations may reverse Musk's controversial cuts. While the Senate Democrats' report sheds light on the potential for genuine savings through independent audits, it also raises questions about the durability of Musk's efforts and the sustainability of his proposed savings. As the debate over government efficiency rages on, it will be essential to monitor how these dynamics unfold, particularly in light of Musk's shifting role within the administration and the ongoing challenges facing federal oversight. The contrasting fates of Musk's DOGE and the inspectors general serve as a cautionary tale about the balance of innovation and accountability in public service.